Hello students, it's Nazia Begum here, your physics lecturer, welcoming you all in today's lecture. In our previous lecture, we have discussed two application of dimensional formula and we have solved some problems also. Now in front of you, one more problem is there. Okay, convert 5 dyne into Newton. In first example of converting the value of physical quantity from one unit to another, we have converted a value from SI unit to CGS. Now in this second example, we are going to convert from CGS to SI. Okay. So for force, dyne is the unit in CGS and Newton is in SI. So when it is said convert 5 dyne into Newton, that means we have to convert the system of unit from CGS to SI. So first of all, let's see what is the dimensional formula of force. So dimensional formula is here mLT minus 2. Okay. Now we have known quantity in CGS system. So all the values with 1 we have taken in CGS system and unknown values with a subscript 2 we have taken in SI system. So here you can see M1 here is 1 gram, L1 1 centimeter, T1 1 second and N1 equals to 5. SI unit is unknown one. So M2 equals to 1 kilogram, L2 equals to 1 meter and T2 equals to 1 second and N2 we have to find out. Okay. Now both the quantities are same, that means force. Okay. So N1, M1, L1, T1 minus 2 equals to N2, M2, L2, T2 minus 2. We will follow the same steps as we have followed in the previous example. Okay. On the numerator we have all the known values. On the denominator we have unknown one. That means in which we have to convert the unit. Okay. So here you can see 1 gram, 1 centimeter, 1 second. These are in CGS system and in denominator 1 kilogram, 1 meter and 1 second. This is in SI system. Okay. Now here second is same. So we will simply cut that. Here gram. Okay. CGS 1 is the known quantity. We have to convert it in unknown one. So when we convert gram into kilogram, we get 10 to the power minus 3. Similarly, when we convert 1 centimeter into meter, we will get 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Okay. In previous question also we have done the same. We have to convert the known units into the unknown one. Here the known are CGS system, known belongs to CGS system and unknown belongs to SI system. So these are gram, centimeter and these are in CGS system. We have converted it in kilogram and meter, that is in SI system. Okay. Now this kilogram, meter, meter cancel. We have 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 10 to the power minus 2 or N2 equals to 5 into 10 to the power minus 5 Newton. Okay. So when we convert dyne into Newton, here we have one multiplicator, this is 10 to the power minus 5. I hope you all have understood this, and if you have any doubt, any query, you can contact me, you can WhatsApp me. Okay. Now we will discuss the third application, that is derivation of relation among physical quantities. For that, first let's read one question, then you will understand that how we can derive relation among different physical quantities. Okay. So here in front of you one example is there. A string of length L vibrates with frequency nu if mass per unit length of string is m and tension in the string is T. Considering that nu depends on L, M and T, derive a formula for nu. So here we have given one string which is vibrating with a frequency nu, and that frequency depends on length, mass per unit length, and tension in the string. Okay, here L denotes length, M denotes mass per unit length. Be very careful about this. Generally M denotes mass, but here in question it is written that M is denoting here mass per unit length. Why we have to remember this? Why we have to be careful? Because we have to derive dimensional equations for them. Okay, so we should know that what alphabetic character is representing which quantity, and T here denotes tension, and tension is equals to force, so the formula of force will work here. So here in this question we have to derive one relation between nu and LMT. That means we have to express frequency in terms of L, M and T. Now let's move to solve this. So here you can see we have written one equation. We have to derive the formula of frequency in terms of M, L and T. So first of all what we will do, we will write one equation like this. Nu directly proportional to M, L and T, but we will introduce powers of M, L and T here. So we have taken M to the power A, L to the power B and T to the power C. Okay. Now when we remove the proportionality sign, we will introduce one constant here. So K here you can see is one constant. Then we have written the dimensional formula of various physical quantities. For nu, that is frequency, as we all know that frequency is reciprocal to time period. Okay, frequency equals to 1 upon time. So here the dimensional formula of frequency will be m0 l0 t to the power minus 1. Okay, then m here is mass per unit length, that means mass upon length. So here the dimensional formula is ml minus 1 t0. ml minus 1 why? Mass per unit length is there, so mass upon length becomes ml minus 1. L denotes length here, so simply its formula will be m0 lt0, and T here is the tension. Okay, and its dimensional formula we will represent by mlt minus 2. Here tension is equals to force, so the formula of force will work here. Now in next step what we will do, we will put all these dimensional formulas in this equation. Okay, and when we are solving the equation, that time we will neglect K, because K is a dimensionless constant. Okay, so we neglect that, and by putting the value of nu, M, L and T, we get this equation. Here this is nu, this is value of M, M to the power A. Here you can see M to the power A is there, so power A, L to the power B, so here L's dimensional formula and its power, T to the power C, so the dimensional formula of T and its power. In our first step we have written a formula in this form. In second step we have derived the dimensional formula of all the physical quantities and put it in this equation. Okay, so two steps we have completed. Now in third step we will solve this equation for the power of A, B and C. Okay, so here ml minus 1 t0 whole power is A. So when we solve this bracket for this power, we get this one, m to the power A, L to the power minus A and T to the power 0. Similarly for this bracket, when we open with B, we get this one, m0 LB T0, and for C, when we will open this bracket, we will get m to the power C, L to the power C and T to the power minus 2C. Okay, then these are in multiplication form, base are same, so the powers will simply added up. So for m we have A plus 0 plus c. So we can simply write a plus c. For L we have minus a plus b plus c. So L to the power minus a plus b plus c. T to the power 0 plus 0 plus minus 2c. So plus minus will become minus and we have t to the power minus 2c. Okay. In third step we have done this one. We have solved m, l and t to get the powers. Okay. Now in next step, the fourth one, what we will do? We will equate both the sides. Okay. And we try to find out the value of a, b and c. So here at left hand side you can see m to the power 0 is there. At right hand side m to the power a plus c is there. So that means a plus c equals to 0. When we talk about L, so here L to the power 0, here L to the power minus a plus b plus c. That means minus a plus b plus c equals to 0. Okay. And we give it equation number 1. This one is equation number 2. Similarly for t, when we will see here t to the power minus 1 is there. Here t to the power minus 2c is there. That means minus 2c equals to minus 1. Give it equation number 3. First of all, we will solve equation number 3. So minus minus sign will cancel and we have c equals to half. Now by putting this value in equation number 1, we can get value of a. So here you can see a plus half equals to 0. So a equals to minus half. So we have got the value of c and a. Now by putting these two values, okay, value of a and c in equation number 2, we will get value of b. So this is equation number 2. Minus a is there and a's value is minus half. So minus minus will cancel. Okay, so half plus b plus half equals to 0. Then when we transport it this side, so b equals to 1 we will get. Sorry, we will get b equals to minus 1. Half and half will add up. Half plus half equals to 1. When we transport 1 on the other side, it will become minus 1. So we have the values of a, b, c here now. In fifth and last step, we will put the value of a, b and c in this equation. Okay. M to the power a, L to the power b, t to the power c is written there. We have find out the values of a, b and c. Now we will put that values in this equation. Okay. So this is our equation and these are the values we have got. A equals to minus half, b equals to minus 1 and c equals to half. Then it is minus 1, so it will go inside the root. It is minus m, so it will be in denominator. Minus half will be in denominator, plus half will be in numerator. So k l minus 1 over root t upon m, or we can write it like this. Nu equals to k upon l under root t upon m. So this is our desired formula. So here you have seen with the help of dimensional formula, we can find out the relation between various physical quantities. This is another example shown here. You can pause the video and note it in your notebook. Okay. In solution, I have shown you the part till where the dimensional formulas of different physical quantities are shown. Okay. Till here I have shown you. Rest you have to solve. Okay. So pause this video here. Note down the question and try to solve it. Try to derive the relation between time period and mass, length and gravity. Okay. Let me show you the answer also, so it will be easy for you to solve this and to check whether you have solved that one is correct or not. So here is the answer for that question, but be honest with yourself and try to solve it by your own. This is it for today's lecture. See you in next lecture. Till then, goodbye. Take care. Do some productive work and be healthy, be safe.